Did you have a good time at the wedding, Matt? I think it was what Ben was asking.
Yes, that's correct. No, I did have a very good time, but some would say I had too much of a good time.
Fuck.
Yeah. I don't remember you being like atrociously drunk.
Oh, but I peaked like on the way home, on the way back. Katie described me as in the top 2 drunkest people at the wedding.
Yeah, who was one?
It was I think it was me and Tracy. Me and Tracy were up there, according to Katie. But I got to tell you, I was saying some outlandish things that even are not suitable for this podcast when we got back to our Airbnb.
You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
Say one. Say the most inappropriate.
Give us a little taste.
I couldn't do it. It was too much.
I was getting a little lippy in the fantasy chat. Welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. I'm your host, Mike. Join with me always, Benjamin. How you doing? Didn't go to a wedding this last weekend.
Suckmatic, boys.
But his Roosters came up good. I'm happy for you.
Fucking do motherfuckers. Fuck Matt. Fuck Matt. Fuck Matt.
Fuck Matt. Yep, we'll get to him. Matt, how you doing?
Matt,
good to see you
Parramatta.
too.
It feels good. I had a big weekend. I celebrated love. I'm in the grand final of my fantasy competition with another person on this podcast, as well as the fact that I got a perfect round, and I'm now sitting in number 1 on the tipping competition.
The champ is here.
Number 1 by, is it 1 point?
Yep. Head by 1
point. Yeah. Wow, Ben, are you confident you can make up 1 point in this week? This is the final week. This is it. We did it. We made it. Round 25. We did the whole damn thing, baby.
Yep.
Whatever like one level below cheating is, that's what Matt did.
I don't know how I cheated.
I'm saying you didn't cheat, but whatever the closest to cheating without cheating is, that's what you did.
You just sort of like flirted with your barista every day for 2 years. It's not cheating, but like, you know, it sort of is.
I see. And by cheating, do you mean I tip the Eels? Because that's the only difference in our tips, Ben.
Put a fucking cricket score on the Brisbane Broncos. Sucks to be a Broncos fan, TBH.
Oh, dude.
2 really bad weeks.
That's point number 4 why my weekend was so good.
No shots at Adam Garreau, but it sucks to be a fucking Broncos fan.
It does suck.
Let's see, what do we got? More or less everybody tipped the same thing except the Sterns initiated Operation Sternfall. Both tipped the
Broncos.
Let the stern fall. Because you pretty much tipped exactly the same thing, except for the Broncos. So you would have had a perfect round as well. Same with you, Jeffrey. Mitch tipped the women's Titans. He would have had a perfect round as well. He tipped the women's Titans for some reason. Correct me if I'm wrong. And actually, I take that back. He took. Actually, I take that back.
He tipped fair.
He tipped the Storm.
Matt will look at you straight in the eyes, but stab you in the back. That's Matt's.
He's really good. He's really good at a reach around, Matt.
I must have some very long arms.
All right, let's see. What do we got? We got some NRL news this week. Let's start with the news. Have you guys been keeping up with the NRL news this week? It's been very light, but a little bit funny.
Yeah, I've got a little bit on it.
Light and
but
fluffy.
I know Ben always got his finger on the pulse.
You've got your finger on the pulse, Ben. Let's go through some topics.
I've been over 50 hours, so I have my fingers on no pulses.
Former Broncos players have labelled the current playing squad, at least 2 members, as soft privileged knobs.
Yeah, I love
it.
I love when Gordon Tallis just like, you fucking lift up a rock and Gordon Tallis has got something to say about the current Broncos squad. I love it.
Oh, he always does. He always does.
Covered in cocaine.
Yeah. The thing I love about Gordon Tallis is that he was like, at least at one point, I'm not sure if he's still in, he was like an ambassador for the Titans. Except even when he was an ambassador for the Titans, he never spoke as passionately about the Titans as he does about the Broncos.
It's the Broncos through and through.
I know. But just stay out of our club. We don't need you, Gordy.
We got Matt Rogers.
Yeah.
Survivor's own Matt Rogers. Anything to say about the soft privileged knobs, Ben?
They've just got soft knobs.
They deserve worse than that. You may have seen a lot of Shaq on your KO screens and your NRL related memes.
I'm shacked out.
I'm shacked out, and that's why Hasbulla's here. Have you seen Hasbulla's in town?
Dude, not enough Hasbulla.
I love that there's a good shot that they're gonna verse each other, and then they might verse each other again in round 1 of the finals. Delicious, love it, love club rivalries.
Absolutely, but can I just say, don't you feel like this whole Shaq visit was supremely overhyped? Like, this guy retired from the NBA like 20 years ago. He's just really tall. I guess I know he's Shaq, but like every TV station was getting an interview with him. Channel 9, Fox League, the fucking AFL. I don't know, man. It's just
Albo. He was meeting with our Prime Minister for some reason.
Yep. Like, who cares, man?
Yeah. Ben, what's on your phone that's more interesting than this podcast?
I'm not looking at my phone.
What's in the other hand?
He's just measuring his dick.
Oh, shit, still 3 inches.
Another piece of, go on, cocksucker.
Oh no, I was going to say, the funniest bit of news this week is that Kurt Mann got burgled. Two guys broke into his house and didn't steal anything, stole house keys and car keys, but didn't get away with the car. He just approached them, nobody was hurt. Yeah. Weird.
That is weird. I did not hear about that. That
didn't come across your desk?
No, I think I was elbows deep in fucking Great Northerns at that point.
Yeah, and Ezra Mann gets dropped for Tyson Gamble. That's about all the news that I could find this afternoon.
Actually, the other one though, you may have seen that there's reports that Rugby Australia, the ugly stepchild of the rugby umbrella, is planning a raid of NRL talent. This is according to the Daily Telegraph. The number one name being thrown up is Joseph Suali'i, who's they're reportedly going to offer him a 5-year deal worth $10 million. That's $2 million a year.
That's a lot of money. Hard to say no to that amount of money.
He's 19 years old.
Yeah. Ben, would you take 10 million over 5 years?
To do this podcast?
No, just to go play rugby union.
Yeah. Also to leave the Roosters to go play rugby union.
Yeah. You're on the wing for the Roosters, which is probably where you would play.
I never want to see him again. If he leaves. No. I play left, right, out, actually.
Yeah. I think you're 18th man.
None of us know what rugby is. I mean, none of us know the rules. Yeah. We don't care to. We don't need to. It's a pointless sport.
Rugby,
it's just a mess. It's so messy.
Yeah, it's a sport played by people who wear sweaters not through their sleeves, just around their shoulders.
Yeah,
and it's a shame on an international stage. People from overseas mostly know rugby. They don't know rugby league, so they're really missing out.
That's right. All right, let's get some tip and done.
Rugby league. Well, we got one more. What about we're going to talk about South not getting to play at the Roosters' new stadium? That's fucking good.
South's not getting to play at the Roosters stadium. Is that Allianz Stadium, the new one, the brand new one?
Stadium. They were having a bit of a fucking bitching. And then so they didn't get it, so they can go fuck off.
Well, I've heard it's the same stadium that it was before, but just as bad. I read an article that was it's got new cover in the ground. It's undercover, so you don't get rained on, but you still have to walk like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to the train station or the bus depot. So if it is raining, you're going to get wet anyway. I read it like earlier this morning, so I vaguely remember
it's right next to the tram. It's right next to the tram
it's right
station.
Next to it. It's right there.
Yeah, because it's right next to the SCG. I literally took the fucking tram a couple of weeks ago. So it was very convenient.
So you've been there. Are you going to hit up one of the games there? You're definitely got. You can't get tickets to any of the finals. I don't know that they'd be on sale yet, are they?
I don't know why these fucking cunts think they can charge so much for semi and grand final
That's
tickets.
Why you can't get one.
No, it's more of a point of principle. Like, go fuck yourselves. Like, how much do you think like the best tickets are for the grand final that have just been released?
The best tickets for the grand final, I would say that'd be
not even the best
$1,100 minimum.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah.
No, just
how much was
best,
our Game 3 State of Origin tickets, Matt? They were like 300, 500, somewhere between there, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They weren't even the top tier ones. Yeah, definitely like right on the 50-meter line, up in like one of those nice little boxes where you get cup holders and cushy seats. Yeah, they'd be a lot.
Yeah. Not to negate what you're saying, Ben, but I think it is a racket. Yeah, it's way too expensive.
They're not. It's not a family game. Like how are you meant to spend $600 a ticket and take your fucking family out to a grand final? You know, like it's more expensive than fucking music festival, and it's only an 80-minute game.
That's a good point.
Well, that is a
they
good
should
point.
have a deal. If your team, you got to pre-select your team, and if your team loses on the grand final, you get half your money back.
Bonus bet back. If your team leaves in the grand final, you get your bet back.
Yeah, if they score at least 19 points, you get a Big Mac. Yeah, ready to go.
Yes, let's do some tipping. Let me have a quick peruse of this game of the round. There's a few game of the rounds, actually. Holy shit. Yeah. First game, rather, Thursday night, Parramatta Eels versus the Melbourne Storm. Para paying $2. I don't think that's enough. The Melbourne Storm looked really good against the Roosters. I think a lot of stoppages in play were lucky for the Roosters, maybe. Cameron Munster being a bit of a dirty dog might have helped the Roosters to that win. Yeah, he is. Desperation is what I'd call it.
He's like, I mean, I love him in Origin, but other than that, he can go fucking die. Like, that cunt sucker, I swear to God.
Yeah. Parramatta have got the Broncos stink on them, and for that reason, I think the Melbourne Storm win here, 1-12. Benjamin, let's go with you.
I too have tipped Melbourne. I refuse to tip Parramatta, hence my non-perfect round last week. In saying that, if I tip them this week, they're going to be like, oh, boys, Ben's fucking tipped us. Let's just take the weekend off. I don't know why I did this.
Because that's what we all do when we hear your tips. We all talk to each other on our little earbuds. This is what Ben's doing.
Melbourne 13 plus.
Melbourne 30 plus or even. All right, Matt, tell us what we're tipping this week.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the Eels, they got a bit of Broncos stink on them. They spanked them. And now whoever wins this game gets fourth spot. And is likely going to play the Panthers first week of the finals. Eels, they have the same 17 home game too. They've had a great record against the Storm in recent years. I know they've won at least the last two. I famously tipped the Eels earlier this season when they played the Storm down in Melbourne and they got the win. Storm, though, they lost to the Roosters in a tight game, full of nickel. They made a lot of errors, which I think helped the Roosters. But yeah, the game was very stop-start. Slight blow for them.
That referee's a piece of shit, by the way, side note. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. But Eisenhuth, he's out for the rest of the season with a syndesmosis injury. Yeah, I mean, the Roosters won, but he tipped did he tip the Roosters? He did.
He tipped the Roosters.
Yeah,
he always tips
he did. It was just us two. You know what? This is a really hard game to tip, but I'm leading the competition in our tipping competition, and you know what? When I win, I don't want anyone to accuse me of tipping all the favorites. So I'm tipping the Eels this game, 6 points.
Delicious. You don't want to be accused of tipping the favourites like Mitch did last year.
That's right. Yeah. Shout out to you, Mitch.
Shout out.
Love you, Mitch.
Okay, cool. Benny, you think you're going to flip on this one? You're going to flip back to the Parramatta Eels, or are you going to stick with the Storm?
No, this is not Benny's backflip of the week.
So this might be the decider. This might be over on Thursday, like it was last week.
This round is going to separate the men from the boys. This is it. It is. This will. It comes down to this is everything.
Which do you think you are, Ben? A man or a boy?
I'm a boy in a man's body.
I feel like we're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. We'll know next week. All right. Oh, this game. Fuck this game. I'm not watching this one. Bulldogs versus the Manly Seagulls. A real poo sling this one's going to be. Bulldogs paying $1.50. That's not. You'd think it'd be higher. Without much to say about this one, I'm gonna take the Bulldogs. Matt, you go first.
Yeah, I'm also on the Bulldogs. I think the main reason for that, it just seems like morale is extremely low at Manly. Like they've lost, I don't know how many in a row now, pretty much since the Jersey debacle. They got KO
Pride
Weeks, who Pridegate. I got KO Weeks, so I'm not sure if he's played an NRL game before, but he's the new fullback for Manly. Meanwhile, the Dogs, not too much going on there. Tavita Pangai Jr. is back on the bench after being dropped in New South Wales Cup for 1 week. I think they also got Waddell back from suspension. But yeah, I think just purely because like Manly have been in such a slump lately. They're down on troops. They're down on confidence. I think this is a good opportunity for Bulldogs to get a win to end the season. So I've got them by 10.
Yeah. Ben, what do you got?
This is Benny's backflip of the week. Currently, I am locked on the backstabbing trader cum guzzlers with a potential backflip.
Okay.
Well, who are the backstabbing trader cum guzzlers?
The Seagulls.
Seagulls? How are they? Oh,
because Daily Trader.
Who's the cum guzzler?
They're all secretly. Seven of them are secretly gay.
Oh, okay. Did we establish that in an earlier episode? I just missed it.
Nothing against gays. I'm just saying that there's some cum being guzzled in that. In those locker rooms.
Yeah. It's implied.
Yeah. I love it if it's out. I don't want you to hide it behind doors. I want to watch it. I want to Google it. Like Kurt Capewell. Proud man.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Kurt.
That's Dr. Capewell to you. Thank you.
Dr. Capewell. Here we go. Here's another round of the week. We've got the Sydney Roosters versus the Rabbitohs. Whatever you do on Friday night, fucking cancel it because this is going to be a red hot game. Roosters might be
wedding
a little
anniversary
low on
dinner.
troops.
Cancel.
Yeah, out. Kid's birthday, postpone. If your kid is between the ages of 1 and 5, just change the day. He's not going to know. What kid looks at a calendar?
Just lie to your kid. Yeah, lie to your kid. You might know.
Nephew's bar mitzvah done. Wedding.
It's done.
Cancel
that shit. Was a little bit mad at Axel having the wedding on the final Titans home game, and the Titans had a famous win.
I know. Ridiculous.
He's the most selfish cunt I fucking know, honestly.
He should have checked.
Yeah, he should have asked us. We should have been consulted.
I'm going to go last, actually. Ben, you can go first. What are you going to do here? You got to take your Roosties.
Yeah. Bunnies are going to win. Tipping the Roosters.
Yeah, no surprises there. Are you willing to throw away your entire tipping season for the Roosters? Okay, cool. Good answer.
If any of you have half a brain, I would also suggest tipping the Bunnies. As a Roosters supporter, I know when my team is due for a loss and who it's going to be against. I just don't tip it out of pride and loyalty. But as somebody that has no attachment to the Chooks, I would recommend that you tip the Russell Crows on this one.
The South Sydney Russell Crows. Cook still not named, despite our Prime Minister, a famous South Sydney fan changing the rules for COVID so that he could play.
He tried to,
He tried to. I mean, I would. Can't hate on that. Other than that, who else is out? Campbell Graham is out. I love Campbell Graham. Ben, you got to silence your phone. Matt, what are you going to do here? I said I was going to go last.
Silence your fucking skull.
Okay, wow, this guy's really angry. So
right, come on, let's go, right here, right now. Come on,
brace yourself
up.
Take it
outside.
Oh, you sound like me at the end of the wedding.
Grease me up, woman.
So also, for the Roosters, Victor Radley and Daniel Tupou, they're both out injured, and also Lindsay Collins is suspended. So there's a couple outs for both teams.
God. How distressing was that footage of Victor Radley? That was that.
Yes, yeah. It was. Shout out to you, Victor, because that was. You know how some people, somebody shout.
You're like your third or fourth shout out. I
feel like I'm gonna
make a joke at the last one, and he did it again.
I'm gonna run out.
It was shocking to see him inflicted like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not too often he gets inflicted. But he was up and smiling after the game. But as for this, what I think is going to happen in this game, I would have tipped the Rabbitohs if Damien Cook was playing. The Rabbitohs have won their last 4 games against the Roosters, I believe. They do tend to, do very well against them. But the fact that Damien Cook's not there, and then they were without him last week against the Cowboys, they won, but they were not convincing. I think I'm going Roosters here by 12 points.
Yeah. Matt, quick.
I don't hate that.
Solomona versus Hargraves in a boxing match. Who wins? Don't think about
it. Oh, that's
Michael or Jared Rorea?
Yeah, I want to see Michael.
Solomona versus Hargraves.
It's JWH versus Naz. I'm going to go with Naz. Yeah,
Naz is slow though. Like I don't think Naz has 3 rounds, 4 rounds.
He's got the
He's more of a gentleman, but he's dopey. He's dopey. That's his problem.
Yeah, true. I think I'm going to take the bunnies on this one. You're both on the Roosters. I'm more or less out of the tipping comp. I've realized this afternoon. I did the math. I did the quick maths on this one.
We still have the semis, dude. We still have the semi.
Yeah, we also the W. We had W for a couple of weeks after this.
We don't tip the semis in the NRL proper.
We got the semi. Yeah, we do. We tip the semis in this.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we might.
Yes, we did last year.
Are you sure? Okay. I thought we did. No, I thought we did, but it didn't count towards our points. Like it was done. I remember us being excited because Mitch had won, and we're like, oh, we have a chance. And then our semis tips didn't count, and it was like, oh, Mitch won.
Yeah. Guess we'll find out soon. But tip to win. Tip to win. And in that sense, I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs just to anti-tip you guys. I think red hot, 20 cents between them. Why not? All right, next game, we have got the Broncos versus the Titans. Titans coming off a loss last week. And I believe the Broncos won. Did they not, Matthew? No, I think they're both winless.
Mate, stop fucking talking about the Women's League. I swear to God.
No! I'm not your fucking mate.
I will
Broncos, 13 plus.
I'll fight you in the street.
Grease up, bruh. Matt, you got the Broncos or the Titans?
No, I've got the Titans in this one. I think they're both winless so far to start the season. Big fall for the Broncos, by the way, who have always been a powerhouse in the NRLW up until recently. But I think the fact that 3 Broncos have been dropped for this game makes me lean towards a slightly more stable Titans team. So let me give me the Titans W.
Okay, Titans W for the W. All right, next one we have got the final game at Mount Smart Stadium, the Warriors versus the Titans. Super winnable game for the Warriors here. Matt, do you have alarm bells ringing, or are the Titans going to get this one? Titans paying $2.50. There's value there. What the hell?
There's definitely value. Definitely value
Titans
there.
Would be the favourites. Huge value there.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact because it's the last home game of the year. I reckon that that's basically it. And the bookies have seen the Titans are still below the Warriors on the ladder. But yeah, the Titans, nice win over Newcastle, as predicted. They held on despite getting Brian Kelly getting sent off, which is very unlike the Titans. So
they barely held on, though. If that game went for another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I watched the KO mini. The Knights would have won. Yeah.
It could have been over. Also, interesting stat. for the Titans. I checked them out. They are the only team this year not to win a single away game.
What?
Yeah,
the Titans haven't won a single away game?
All 5 of their wins have come at Seabus Super Stadium.
5?
Yeah, okay, I know. I know.
That's adorable.
How dare you?
I'm going to say that trend continues, and I'm back on the Warriors here. I do know Sean Johnson is in a bit of doubt with a calf injury, but they get a bunch of players back: Aitken, Arthurs, Egan, Montoya, Barry. I think the Titans played their grand final last week, and now it's the Warriors' turn to give their home fans a little something to cheer about. So I'll get them by 8 points here.
Yeah. Ben, what are you doing?
Just as Matt said that, I switched to the Broncos.
to the Broncos?
Oh, sorry.
Can you stop talking about the fucking W, dude?
Yeah,
Seriously,
dude,
it's not even a real fucking game.
I'm over it.
Can he stop? That's fake myth.
Over this, Ben. Why you keep
Guys,
jamming it down
put
our
in the
throats?
comments who would win in a jelly wrestle between me and Mike. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
The thing, man, you might be bigger than me, but I'm so much smarter than you. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
dirty.
I have heart. You have no
don't.
heart.
I got heart and skin.
You're just gonna pull. You're just gonna like choke me together.
You've got no skin in the game, bro. I've been waiting 12 years for this jelly wrestling.
Well, let's roll back our sleeves.
Yeah.
And
let's dust them off.
Yeah.
I'm going the Titans on this one. I dare to dream.
Oh.
I dare to believe. I think if the Titans can beat the Knights, who are above the Warriors on the ladder, only just, I'm hoping for a Titans 12th place finish is what I'm hoping for. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think 13th. Let's go for a Titans 13th place finish. History will look back on us kindly.
No.
All right, next game, we've got the Dragons versus the Broncos. Both teams look really bad. Don't watch this game. We are going to have to watch this game, aren't we?
Don't cancel anything for this game.
We're hanging out on Saturday. We're going to have to watch this game. Let's put an episode of something on during this, This is going to be a poo sling for the ages. I don't know who to tip. I mean, I guess the Dragons do. No, we've got Tyson Gamble coming back in at 6, confirmed. Selwyn Cobbo's coming back. Corey Pax, Patrick Harrigan, Tessie New. I changed my mind. Give me the Broncos on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What are the Dragons doing over here? Any big ends? Andrew McCulloch, but I think he's in reserves, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, both teams look really bad last week. The Broncos looked worse, but obviously they'd rested all those players. So I really feel like it's probably the Broncos here. What do you think, Matt? Let's go with you.
This is a really tough one. I think it's actually close to a 50-50 type of tipping game, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Dragons, they pulled victory from the jaws of defeat against the luckless Tigers last week. And also another good stat with the Dragons, they've won 11 games they've won 8 from 11 games at home this year. So they got a really good home record. For the Broncos, obviously there's reports of, the players complaining after Kevy sprayed them after that loss to the Eels. Seems ridiculous, but there's obviously some signs of unrest there. They're now out of the top 8. They have to win to be any chance, and even then, there's still no guarantee that they make the finals. Adam Reynolds has been named despite getting a head knock last game. They do get Carrigan back and Cobbo, which those are big boosts. But for me, I think this comes down to Adam Reynolds. If he plays, I'm tipping Brisbane by 1 point. If he doesn't play, I'm tipping Dragons by 16 points.
So keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep an eye.
I think there's value. If you put money on the Titans and then you put money on the Dragons, stack up some sort of multi, maybe a Tanner Boyd anytime with a Ben Hunt anytime. There's definitely. Gamble responsibly. We're going to get to that. Yeah, I think there's value here. Value Tyson Gamble responsibly. Yeah, chuck a Tyson Gamble anytime in there as well. Yeah, there's value on Saturday. There's Saturday value for sure. I just looked at the price the Panthers are playing. I like him too. I actually picked him up in my fantasy team last year after I watched him live play against the Titans, and I was like, I like the cut of this guy's jib. And he was the Broncos half that survived. He survived the longest. It was like a rotating door of Broncos halves, and he survived the longest. Benny, you for this one.
I like that he's not the best player, but he fucking tells people what to do. I like that.
Yeah, he's mongrel. He's got a bit of bite. Like it's a contact sport. It's a man sport. It's a rough sport. It's not fucking golf. Like we need these guys. That's what your Jared Warrior-Hargraveses and your Fisher Harrises and your Nasses. These guys are tough boys, and we need them in our game. Yeah. We can't be, what did Phil Gould say the last week? That we can't be trying to mold our game around the mums and children watching at home. Like this is a man's and big woman's sport. It's for adults.
So something I've always said about Tyson Gamble is that he's the kind of guy that you love to have in your footy team, but you would never want to have him as your mate. Because you'd be going out
all the time.
Seriously, you'd be going out drinking and you'd just be saying the most heinous shit to random people and just like, Tyson, please, can we just have a good night for once? Be just yelling shit on the bus at random people.
Hey, you fuckwit.
Yeah.
Tyson, just relax.
Shout out to you, Tyson.
Shout out to Tyson Gamble. Yeah, I owe him a beer for last year's fantasy season. If I ever meet him, I'm gonna buy him a beer. Ben, Broncos. Did I already ask you Broncos?
Who's Matt going for? Or just pick one on the spot right now.
Broncos.
Oh, Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Love it.
Next game. Panthers versus the Cowboys. If you were the Cowboys, would you be offended or would you get it?
I was about to say, is it the Panthers or is it New South Wales Cup Panthers team?
It's the New South Wales Cup Panthers team. Who's captaining them?
It's Mitch Kenny.
Yeah, okay. I don't hate that. I thought you were going to say Charlie Staines. Sean O'Sullivan, good. Penrith Panthers basically.
Why is there so many outs for the Panthers? What's going on?
Their entire 1 to 13 has been rested because they've got the minor premiership. They've made the finals. They're not going to lose their first spot. Might as well give the soft boys a go. I think the Storm did something recently. Was it last year or the year before? The Storm do this as well. It's the sign of a good club that you can just big dick, flop it on the table. Here's our reserve grade side.
What a dick swing.
Put $10 on the Panthers. But actually don't, because the Cowboys are probably almost certainly going to win this one. Tom Dearden, Buster Knight Dearden is in the reserves, but I doubt he'll play. Hammer is at 6. That's good for someone who might have him in his fantasy team. And Taylor May's not playing, I thought. Yeah, you'll still trade him, maybe. Yeah. I've been looking.
You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys win this one, win well. Even though I said earlier that I'm never going to not tip the Panthers again, I'm tipping the Cowboys here. Ben, what are you going to do?
I don't like what the Panthers are doing here. It's arrogant.
Hey, what? What do you mean? What? Just rest your entire team before finals. You're not going to come second. You've got first.
It's smart. It's really smart because they're getting a loss out of the way.
Not risking injuries. That's the main thing.
Not risking injury.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant if they
suspensions.
win or lose.
Suspensions.
I just changed to the Cowboys, but begrudgingly.
Did you have it on the Panthers? You had your dealer's button on the Panthers? What?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you just looking at? Is that like a fucking gum leaf or something?
Is that a Dolmade? What are you doing?
I had Dolmades tonight, actually. No, this is a lime leaf left over from the green curry I made.
Okay. So wait. So I wonder, Ben, where would your tips be without us telling you what's happening in the world of rugby league? Like, you were going to tip the Panthers.
Yeah, you were going to tip the Panthers.
I was.
Just keep sucking that leaf.
I was. In fact, I might switch back, because how good would it be if Panthers actually ended up winning? There's a reason here. Dude, chill. Either pick up a leaf yourself or stop complaining. Where's your leaves?
It's just you've done it a lot. Like, there's been a lot of sucks.
Boys, I know it. It doesn't seem like it, but like, both of you are the fried ones right now. Like, actually get your brain scanned. No actual joke. As a friend.
This is like
especially mine.
Standard. This is standard you, dude. You just like do the weirdest shit, and it's our problem.
Yeah, you're trying to gaslight us.
This is you, dude.
Guys, just let us know in the comments who
how many lime leaves have you sucked today?
Yeah, who's gaslighting who in this situation?
Have you ever made a curry and just had leftover lime leaves and been like, yeah, fine, I'll suck these in front of my friends? Am I recording a podcast tonight? Fuck yeah, I got a bag full of lime leaves. Is that a new one? Is that a fresh one?
It's the same fucking leaf. Come on. Oh my god. Honestly, like, no one's taking you seriously right now. Actually, have a look at yourself.
You're sucking a fucking leaf.
Guys, if you like lime leaves, let us know in the comments.
Oh, sometimes
Mike is the most on spectrum of all of us.
Sometimes I don't know. I don't know if you're making a joke or not. It does my head in.
Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, I think we're quite generous to put up with this guy week to week.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Stop sucking the leaf, please.
All right. You asked me what my tip is. Cowboys is my tip. 1-12. It's going to be a closer game than you think.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Good lord.
Would you bet a lime leaf on it?
Mean it.
Okay. All right. We're talking about Cowboys Panthers.
Yeah. What did you want
yes.
to do, Matt?
Yeah. I'm also on Cowboys. I think if the Cowboys don't win this, it'll be hella embarrassing. Like, the third best NRL side should not lose to a New South Wales Cup team, even if it is the best New South Wales Cup team in the New South Wales Cup. I got Cowboys by 18 points.
I got the giggles. I'm sorry.
Center yourself.
All right, next game we've got the Knights versus the Parramatta Eels. I'm never going to not tip the Parramatta Eels in the W. Who you got for this one, Matt?
I've got the Knights in this one. They've won, but they've won both their games so far. Impressive start to the year so far. So I think they deserve their favorites tag. No changes to both teams, so I'm going Knights. Home game, they're in good form.
Sweet. Next game, we have got the Knights proper versus the Cronulla Sharks, and this is our margin game.
I know.
I think I'm gonna. Very
Weird.
important. Is there a huge margin between you two? I didn't look. No, there's not. There's a very slight margin between yous. Matty, you got 412, and Ben, you're on 425. So 13. Quick math.
13.
I'm going to take the Sharks, and I'm going to take them by 12 points. I think because it behooves you to go over 13 points because you never know. And I think you'll find that I have the best margin in our league at 379. So if I can't win the tipping comp, I will win the margin comp.
Not a comp.
Matt, you can go first. There is a comp. It's on after the lime leaf sucking comp.
All right, I've got a couple things for you. All right, I've got a number, I've got a symbol, and I've got 3 words. 80% chance of showers.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I think the Knights, they've only won 2 games at home all year. They need to give their fans something to cheer about. I don't know if they can. Milford's out with a rib injury. Crossland's in at 5'8". The Sharks, I think the Sharks go all out here, because if they win this game, they get a home final, first week, the finals. If they don't win and the Cowboys win, then they have to play the Cowboys in Townsville next year, first week. Like, you go from Cronulla to Townsville. So I think they go all out. I think Hines turns into a purely liquid form. I think he crawls up into the bodies of the Knights players and explodes out, going back to his physical form, like Ant-Man should have done. I got him by 24 points is my margin.
Possible title of the episode, like Ant-Man should have done.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Ben, where was your button on before Matt spoke just now?
A margin of 12. I also think Hines is going to paint every player in his semen. From the inside out, like somehow like coat the inside of all the organs.
Your ovaries aren't escaping him, is what you're saying.
No. Like, I recommend any lady that's actually going to the match take the morning after pill, because this is going to be an absolute cover.
Wear one of those female condoms that you can put up inside.
Yes, yeah, you gotta wear a cup.
And also take the morning after pill. As you said, that's not a bad bet. You can't be too safe with this guy. An 80% chance of showers.
Anybody has ever? Do you reckon anyone's ever like railed their morning after pill? Do you reckon Reese gets all of his one night stands to rail their morning after pill?
We've bullied Reese enough this episode. Just snorting the morning after pill work.
Oh, God.
All right. While you look that up, I think probably the safest protective measure for all women going to this game in Newcastle is just to wear Zorbs. Shout out to Zorbs. Okay, all the women just do.
That's a way better title. Shout out to
Zorb round. Yeah, we should have an NRL Zorb round.
We should do a podcast all wearing a Zorb.
Oh man, I don't think it would fit. Hey,
dude. If they have Zorb round, they're gonna fit like quarter capacity.
Are you jotting down Zorb round?
First, shout out to Zorbs, but got a few options.
The Sharks win this one and win well, obviously. Second last game of the round here, we've got the Raiders versus the Tigers. Sucks to be a Tigers fan, but you get what you fucking deserve. Raiders looking to hold on to their 8th spot on the ladder, which I feel like they do fucking deserve. They are. What's the guy in Joker who gets shot by Joaquin Phoenix? Is it?
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, the Raiders are Robert De Niro in this, and they are going to get what they fucking deserve. They're going to go to the finals, and they're going to get wussed out in the first week. That is my sure thing of the season. In saying that, though, I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. You can't take the Tigers. Either of you guys taking the Tigers here?
Ben, you go first.
Fast.
Not so fast.
Well, once in a generation, there comes a white tiger. Shout out to White Tiger, Netflix, great movie. In saying that, this is not your white tiger. This is a regular orange tiger, and they lose every time. Lock in the Raiders.
Lock them in. Matt, what are you doing?
I want to just give a quick shout out to James Tarmo.
You're fucking incompetent, mate.
This is a real shout out. He's potentially playing his final NRL game. I think I would love to see the Tigers win. I really would. And imagine the Raiders losing here and the Broncos jumping them into the top 8. Could you imagine that press conference with Ricky Stewart? It would be all time.
There's a weak-gutted dog person now.
But I think the Tigers probably are realistically looking at the first wooden spoon in their history. Which they maybe shouldn't have had because of that Cowboys game screw job. I'm not sure how things would have panned out if they actually won that game.
Yeah.
But I actually think it'll be closer than people might think. The Tigers have been in a lot of close games recently, but just don't have the confidence to close out the matches. But I think, I think you've got to tip the Raiders here. Will the Raiders choke? I think it's a real possibility that the Raiders choke here. But I got them by 12 points.
Yeah, Jackson Hastings was huge for the Tigers. And him being gone, they've just fucking spiraled. Like, they don't have that voice. They don't have that person steering the side. Benny, who you got for this one? Did I already ask you? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, we already got me tip the Raiders.
Jason.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, last game of the round, we have got the Sydney Roosters versus the Dragons. Matt, who you got? Dragons, Roosters. It's got to be Roosters, right?
I think it's got to be Roosters. This is the grand final rematch, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is.
True.
I think it was Roosters Dragons. Both sides are undefeated so far. Surges is in some doubt with a hamstring injury. I think it could go either way. I think this is a hard one to tip. I'm going Roosters. I'm backing the the reigning champs, but wouldn't be surprised if Dragons won.
How do you feel about having a centre as your captain? I know this episode's gone long already, but round 25, baby. How do you feel about a centre being your captain? I feel like that's a bad choice because they're off to one side. It's the same with having a winger as your captain. It's just why? You want your captain to be 9, 6, 7, 13. You want someone who's in that middle there.
Yeah. If it works out that way, then absolutely. But I guess some teams don't really have a choice. You know. Ben,
do you like Jess Surgis as a captain, or do you feel like it should be someone more in the middle?
I don't have an opinion that's valid on this one. She's a good player.
Yeah.
She's a good
player, but
good player.
She plays W, bro.
What are you trying to say, man?
Are you fucking gay? What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to say credit where credit's due, you fucking sexist cunts.
It's credit due here? I don't know if credit is even due. All right, let's get to some comments. Due. I was going to say due, but I didn't want to offend you. All right, do you want to start? We'll go in chronological order. We've got another comment from El Haro. He says, "Center yourself, coward." Did I say that to you?
Yeah, that was definitely the Ben, I think.
Are you having a go at Mike, mate? Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Grease yourself up. Grease yourself up.
Future Body Tech says,
Mike.
Nah, he's all right. Future Bodies Tech says,
FBT, this guy.
Come on, man.
What do you mean, come on, man? This guy's a legend. He's saying.
Are you trying to tell me that when you weren't trying to buy a paragliding thing, you didn't come up with the Future Body Tech brand? When you wanted to become half man, half paraglider, you didn't come up with Future Body Tech. That's what you're going to say to me.
FBT, really? Do you really think that aligns with any of my scope of interests?
Oh, you're a fucking lime leaf sucking coward and a liar.
Yeah, and you're off center, Ben. Please.
Yeah, center yourself. Fuck. Adam Garreau is winning comment of the week here.
Oh yeah, what did Future Body Tech, aka Ben, say?
Ben Guy is the best.
Thank you, FBT.
You're so sad. It makes me think like I need to make a fake account now.
Why do you think it's fake? Look at me. It is not fake.
All right. Adam Garreau says, Adam Garreau, no capital on told, says, told yous, I know my footy spelt no wrong. Eels are gonna spell gonna wrong. Gonna choke. Eels are gonna choke. Bronx win. How you like them apples, Adam?
Yeah,
how you like that shit?
You like them apples?
And I did say on the last episode that I was going to put $10 on whatever he said was going to happen, and I did put $10 on the Broncos, and I lost that $10.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
Adam, do you like?
So thanks for that one, Harry.
Adam, do you like green apples, red apples, or Mike's apples? You have to put one of them in your mouth.
Yeah, you can fit all three. All right, fuck this comment. Ben, why do you leave such long comments, dude? This one also from FBT. Side comment, been watching you boys.
Yeah.
Been watching you boys since the early days.
Oh yeah.
Can we just keep it M focused and a little less W? Don't get me wrong, I love my W's, but just keep it M, boys. Honest feedback from a diehard fan.
This fucking guy, FPT,
It's you.
love you. Thank you. Stop! It's not me. Just like Adam Garreau isn't Harry.
FPT?
Just like that John Bretherton. You think I'm John Bretherton?
No.
No, you definitely
I was
not, John
naive.
Brotherton.
I was naive when John Brotherton was commenting. All right, FBT, prove to us that you're not Ben. Comment on this and
Yes,
just give me any sort of proof. And don't say that you hate sucking lime leaves.
Say something that Ben would never know.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Say
Well,
something that Ben would never know.
basic math.
Wow.
I know. All right, I forgot to do the run through, but we are all on the Storm. Or Ben, are you taking the Eels? No, Matt
I'm on
was
the
taking
Eels.
the Eels.
I'm on the Eels.
We're all on the Doggies. I'm the only one on the Rabbitohs.
I'm not on the Dogs.
You're on the. You should be.
Yeah, he's on the Cum Guzzlers.
You're on the Cum Guzzlers. The Manly Warringah Cum Guzzlers. I'm on the Rabbitohs. You two are on the Roosters. We're all on the Bronchies. I'm on the Titans. You two are both on the Warriors. I'm on the Bronchies again. We're all on the Bronchies. No.
Yeah, that time. Yeah. We're all on the male Bronx. Actually, no.
We're on the male Bronx.
Ben's on the Dragons because he's tip hedging me.
Yeah, hedging his tips.
Hedging his tips.
We're all on the Cowboys. I've taken the Eels. Matt, you've taken the Knights. We're all on the Sharks. I got them by 12. You guys are all over the place. I'm on the Raiders. We're all on the Raiders. And we're all on the Roosters. Etc. You guys got anything else you want to add to this week?
What if this is our last podcast for the season?
It won't be. We'll do finals. We'll do the inauguration. Oh, do you guys want to see the tipping? I can't believe I forgot this. Our tipping competition cup.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
He got it engraved finally. What's
going on? He's digging. It's really down there deep. Oh my God. Oh, that's beautiful. It's so small.
I got a little thing. We can attach it to whatever we want. I was thinking about attaching it to a big fucking bit of wood. Just like a bit of wood that's way too big, and we can carve into it who won every year.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's like,
I love it.
That's lovely, that is. I really like that cup. What's that made out of? Is that plastic cup?
No, it's metal. I don't think it's silver, but it's definitely metal. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's lovely,
that is.
Yeah. So, that's for one of you two, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Jeff? I didn't even look. All right.
It's anyone's game.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Just a Tip. Don't subscribe. Just leave a comment, man. That's all we're here for. Just give us more content.
Don't like, so subscribe. Tip with your dick, not with your balls.
We will. Don't be scared. We'll be back next week. We'll be tipping finals. We'll be talking about it at least.
Season. No. Do
World
not come
Cup
back
is
next week.
World Cup is up in the air. I don't know. If I get jazzed about the World Cup, we might do a show. But yeah. Thank you for joining us for another episode. This might be top 5 episodes, man. The live
should I just start talking over the top of both of you at the same time as well? Is that what we should do? What we should do?
This is how we should end the episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Goodbye. I love you.